So what do you do with your results once you get them? You read them with humility. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you right now, when you read your results, you are very likely going to come to something that sheds light on something that you don't talk about. You don't share with other people. Or maybe a very select few. At one point, you might feel very called out on your personality test. I did. I've never met a person on planet Earth ever, and I never will, who can reflect back to me who I am better than these results can. But I had to have radical humility to transform my life based upon some of the results that I received through my honest assessment of myself. Radical humility, we talked about that. You got to have it. Look for patterns, not perfection. You're going to find things in your results that you're going to be able to take a part of your results and transpose that over the patterns in your life. And you can go, yeah, I can see exactly where that pattern or that behavior shows up everywhere. Maybe for the good, maybe for good, maybe for bad, maybe indifferent. But look for those patterns. They're going to shine light on things that are working really well for you. And that's why you're seeing this pattern. Or it's going to shine light on things that ought not to be happening. And the pattern is there to reveal to you where you can do the work. But we're not looking for perfection here. There's no such thing as perfection. There is no, get that idea out of your mind. Get rid of it. We're using these results to see ourselves, not to feel good about ourselves, not for any other reason other than to have an honest reflection of ultimately what you're doing in this personality assessment is I want the truth about myself. I want the truth about how I'm wired. Because if I go and ask my friends and my family and my coworkers, whoever, and say, hey, tell me what you think about me, they're gonna placate you. They're gonna stroke your ego. They're gonna dance around your emotions and your feelings. No. We want to see ourselves. Allow yourself to see yourself. Highlight what hits. There's going to be some things that really hit home. They're going to be, maybe for the first time you've seen this expressed back to you, and you're going to go, oh, wow, I've always felt like that. And I never really leaned into that because maybe it was like a weird little quirky thing, and then you didn't realize that it was such a strong part of you. And you've been downplaying that part of you just because you I don't know, you think it's weird. You think it's stupid. You think it's inappropriate, unprofessional. Just, it doesn't fit the status quo. Whatever. Find the things in there that really hit and go, damn, I am wired like that. I need to let that shine. I need to utilize that part of myself and stop downplaying it to make other people comfortable. So really highlight what hits. And the things that hit home in a bad way too. Wow, yeah, that's definitely, I deal with that challenge all the time. And I can see why that's happening now. And I can also now see what I can do about it. Identify the strengths and the blind spots, like we were just talking about. Compare results across assessments. This is another thing we're going to do is we're going to look for continuity with some of these assessments. And we're going to be taking these over the course of, you're going to take them over the course of your lifetime, maybe every 6 months, 12 months, maybe every couple of years. But you're going to begin to compare those results, and you're going to see the change over time. You're going to see the consistency over time. I'm going to go deep into this on one of the courses farther down the road, but just to give you an idea, for years, I got a particular result. I'm talking for over a decade. At least once a year, I was taking a particular test and kept getting the same results, the same exact results with very minor adjustments of one of the elements of these results, shifting. But I always stayed within a particular personality type. But the awareness that I continued to develop over the course of years led me through a healing journey to where eventually I took the same test again that I had been taking for 15 years and got a result that was different for the first time. And I thought, holy shit, let me see what this is about. And then I went and looked at all of the numbers and I saw that I was always this close to typing as this one versus the one I had always typed as. But that awareness that those original tests created and the growth that I was sent on because of those results in my reflection, that healing journey brought me closer to my true self. My results that I was getting for so many years were results from a man who was traumatized. Period. And I can see that change over the years. And my first thought when I got these new results was just like, well, that's definitely unexpected. But all my results previously had always resonated extremely, like just to a high degree. But never to the degree that these new ones did. And I thought, damn. So like I really started to figure this out. And I realized like I was living in a place, I was responding to life from a place of trauma, from unhealed trauma. So we have to use these tests over the course of time, compare them to each other, find the similarities, the differences, and then compare your results across assessments also means to compare your results across different tests, not just the same test taken over and over again over the course of years. And you're going to be doing that soon because there's a handful of tests that we're going to take in the course of, well, just the beginning part of this, this work here. And you're going to look at one, you're going to look at another, and you're going to look at a third that are entirely different tests that are checking for entirely different things. And you are going to find the overlap between them, the strengths and the weaknesses that they all point to. And then you're going to find the outliers of each of those assessments and see how, oh, okay, this one specifically was catching this one that these two other ones didn't, and vice versa. But compare them, because one of these assessments gives you a great picture. Multiple assessments compared side by side almost paint the full picture. And that's what we're after, the fullest and clearest picture that we can get with our results from these assessments. Turn insight into action. You're going to get these results and you're going to know what to do with them. You're going to, I think naturally, just by you being here, you're already here for a particular reason. I think naturally you will get the results and kind of have an idea of what action to take. Because if you're being honest and staying humble, the results will reflect back something to you. And it's up to you what to do with it. And I truly believe that if you're here at this point, that you will let yourself see what needs to be seen about yourself. Turn that insight into action. And lastly, bring your results into the community. This is huge. This is something that you can do for others in this community the same way that I'm doing it for you. I'm going to lay my heart out. I'm going to lay out all of my results. We're going to look at every test I've ever taken. We're going to look at all the results. I'm going to show you behind the scenes. And I do that because for a lot of reasons. One, it lets you see how like, oh, wow, like Ryan, the person, the man that I see on the screen or in person, he is very much so those results. And his honesty and his courage to show where he has fallen short, where he has had to grow, where he has had to be honest with himself in a way he hasn't before. Like all of that, all those things that I'm giving to you to inspire you to do the work, you do the same thing when you give that to the community. Put yourself out there, share your results, share your insights, share your feedback. Put your heart on your sleeve and your sleeve, let your sleeve be the community. But share your results with us. Show us you. Expose yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly. The more you do that, the more others in this community are going to do that. And that's when iron truly begins to sharpen iron. So, that is what you are going to do with your results. I'll see you guys on the next one.